Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate you guys being here. Remember, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an investor. I love investing, especially dividends and investing in blue chip and growth stocks. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you want some motivation so that you can start on your own financial journey, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the little bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video, and leave me a comment down below. So I've gotten a lot of requests to do a video like this. And so today I am granting your wish. And this also gives me an opportunity to really, shout out another content creator who's not so much, involved on YouTube, but, is more active on Instagram. And I really, really do love his content as well. And he wrote a really, really great, blog post about this. He has a blog as well. So I'll link his information down below. But again, when we are investing in building wealth and all of that, it's so important to make sure that we have financial literacy. And anytime I come across, you guys know, a good article, a good website for research, even blog posts, I will share those and make videos, because again, we can make videos about, buy this, invest in this, dividends, this and that. But if we don't really take the time to explore the resources that can give us the financial literacy we need, then I think we're doing a disservice to ourselves. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Neither is Josh. He's the one who wrote this article. Not Stocks Up with Josh, so he's really, really great. But this is another Josh investor. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about JEPI versus JEPQ. So these are the JP Morgan, based ETFs. So these really do cover calls against the markets. And I figure, you know what, let me come on and do a video. So first of all, many of you have been asking me, when were we going to start investing in JEPQ? And I told you guys it was coming, but we wanted to make sure we reached our share size goal first. So before I even get any further, if you are new to all of this, I suggest you start. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but keep it simple, right? Because a lot of this can be very overwhelming if you are new. A simple index fund or a simple ETF like VTI, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market. I mean, it literally does what the name says. It's literally the total stock market inside of that one fund. So you're exposed to a little bit of everything, right? So start there. We have a $1 a day investing challenge, our investing pick for the month of April, that all of you voted on with SCHD, which is another really, really great fund as well. I will have the post up for May's investing challenge next Wednesday. Okay. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But I'm going to show you our JEPQ position today in this video. So I do have timestamps down below, but make sure you watch the whole video because y'all know y'all love the content. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about JEPI versus JEPQ and then show you our current positions and show you, what we want to do in the future. So again, this is a website by Josh. Now his name is Josh Smith, but if you're on Instagram, I have my Instagram page up. You'll know him as the Market Hustle. Okay. So I've shared many times his posts. I've always told him how much I enjoyed his, posts when he does post on Instagram, really straightforward to the point, information. And I love it. And again, this is his Instagram page. I will have it down below. I did tell him that I was going to be shouting him out in my video today. So shout out to Josh, really, really cool guy. And again, I think you guys would enjoy his content. And no, he did not know ahead of time. He did not sponsor this. Again, I believe in not gatekeeping. And, it's a lot of people that, do a lot of good in this financial community that, everybody may not know of. And so, yeah, check him out. He's known as Market Hustle on Instagram, and he has a YouTube page as well. So all of that is linked down below. But let's talk a little bit about JEPI and JEPQ. So again, these funds are great if you are trying to achieve monthly dividend income, stable income. If you plan on retiring, let's say within the next 5 years or so, you want to start building up your dividend income, right? These ETFs were not built for growth, but more so stability. So a lot of people like funds like this because they're looking for stability during market downturns. So we're all going through a market downturn right now. I think it's been happening since the beginning of 2022, end of 2021. And it's been tough, right? It's been really, really tough. Just every time you turn on you put up your investment accounts is red. And nothing is immune to it. I mean, the safest index funds and ETFs like VTI and VOO, guess what? They all were affected by this. Your solid blue chip companies like Walmart and Microsoft and Google and Amazon, guess what? They were affected by it as well. So a lot of people like these types of funds. Again, not so much for growth, but for the dividend income, right? Because again, if you are trying to retire early, you want to take a sabbatical, whatever it is, you want to have some other income, for lack of a better word. And so that's why these are great. But I always suggest, have a mix of a little bit of everything in your portfolio. VTI is great and all of that. But if you're trying to step away a little early from your 9 to 5, this may be an option for you. So again, this is what my husband and I are doing. Okay. I want to make sure I make that clear. My husband and I. All right. So we already have JEPI. So a little bit about JEPI. I've talked about JEPI many times on this channel, but JEPI is a JP Morgan fund that is a covered call. So it writes covered calls and it has about 128 companies inside this fund. And again, Josh does a great job breaking all of this down. Again, I've made videos on JEPI many times. And I'll have some link down below so that you can go and check those out. But he has a really easy snapshot right here. JEPI holds 128 companies, and we'll see a few of those in a minute. So just hold on. And it has a great dividend yield of 11.70%. So again, you don't want to just chase yields. You want to make sure that the companies inside of that fund are solid companies, right? Companies you've heard of, companies that could kind of withstand market downturns, companies that you believe in, right? JEPQ has about 83 companies inside of this fund, and you will see some shortly. So stay tuned. So here's the difference right here. JEPI writes covered calls against the S&P 500 stocks. Okay. JEPQ writes covered calls against the NASDAQ stocks. So a lot of the tech companies that we love, like Tesla, is traded on the NASDAQ exchange. Okay. So keep that in mind. JEPQ also has a slightly higher dividend yield than JEPI, but JEPI has been around longer. So, we always talk about track records, right? How long has a company or a fund been, traded on the stock market? So, you really want longevity, right? For example, JP Morgan Chase, you have Coca-Cola. These companies have been on the stock market or have been traded on the stock market for over 50 years. So they have long track records. Again, whereas both JEPI and JEPQ are newer, but JEPQ is definitely much newer than JEPI. So JEPI was launched in 2020, and he talks about it right here. JEPI was launched in May of 2020, whereas JEPQ was launched in May of 2022. You have the official names right here. JEPI is the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, and JEPQ is the JP Morgan NASDAQ Equity Premium ETF. Long names, which is why I love going by the ticker symbols so that I don't have to say it. Another thing about this is that these funds, have professionals writing the cover calls versus you doing it. So if you're not big on options and all of that, which I'm not, again, this is a less volatile option for investors as well. I think that's why a lot of people love both of these funds as well, and why they've been so popular, because again, the markets have been down so much that, you want the income. You've been seeing my dividend posts and my dividend videos. That dividend income, guess what? When the market is red, I'm still getting paid. And that's what I really, really love. So again, this is more information about the JEPI ETF. I'll have a link to this article down below. But here's some of the top 10 stocks in this ETF. Again, I've talked about this before, but I love how Josh has everything here in a really easy to read piece, right? If you're a beginner, his content is really streamlined for beginners, and I love that about what he puts up. But you see the top 10 holdings here: Progressive, AbbVie, MasterCard, Bristol Myers Squibb, Visa, Hershey. I mean, we've all have heard of these companies before. So it's always comforting to see that, yeah, it writes cover calls, but the top 10 companies in this fund are really, really solid blue chip companies, right? Now down here with JEPQ, let's take a look at the top 10 holdings in this particular fund. So we have Microsoft. I mean, come on. How many of us have heard of them? Apple, Alphabet is Google, Nvidia, Amazon. I mean, I could just go on and on, but you guys see it all right here. These are also really solid companies. Some of them are having a hard time right now. Like Tesla just had not so great earnings, so they tanked, but long term, I think they're a solid company. Again, not financial advice, but you can see that these are the top holdings in JEPQ. I'm more inclined with JEPI because, again, a lot of these companies in JEPQ are tech. So tech is the most volatile sector in the stock market. It is very, very volatile. Whereas, JEPI, which has a lot of the S&P 500 companies, are not as, like volatile or market moving, which is really, really nice, right? And so coming down here, he gives his thought on JEPI versus JEPQ, which is pretty much my same thoughts. If you plan on just focusing on dividend income, you plan on retiring a little bit soon, you want to build up your shares and build up your dividend income, that's great. But if you have like 20, 30 years on a horizon, you can focus more on growth instead. So like VTI, VOO, even SCHD, because you'll get more. But I'm also of the persuasion of why not both? Why not both? Because you never know what could happen, right? You could say, you know what, I'm going to retire in 20, 30 years, a health scare, or you get let go or something like that. And having that dividend income every month, and both of these funds pay every single month, which is, really, really great, because I get those funds reinvested back into the position and it grows our share size. So again, check out this article. Again, he does a great job. I love that he doesn't have a whole lot of ads on his website. So again, if you are a beginner, if you are new, look, that's just one ad. If you are new, I think you would like his content. Again, he is on Instagram and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do is take you to our Interactive Brokers account, and I'm going to show you our current JEPI position, and I'm going to show you our current a new JEPQ position. So stay tuned. All right. So this is our current JEPI position we have in Interactive Brokers. But you can see that we currently have 505.21 shares of JEPI. So over 500 shares of JEPI, that's about $28,000 we have in this fund. So we really do like it. Again, we plan on retiring early. I would say by age 42, I'm 38. So we don't have a whole lot of time. So we're trying to build up this passive income so that we can have it, to pull from. Again, we can't pull dividends from a 401k or an IRA, right? That's for long-term futures, 59 and a half and older. But if we want to step away before then, we have to have some type of capital. We are down, you can see right here, about $257, which, is not bad if you got a position that's worth $28,000, right? That's not too bad. And these dividends pay out every single month. So yeah, we're doing pretty good with JEPI. I wanted to give a little update, but let me take you over to JEPQ and show you our new position there. All right, guys. So I am here. So you can see we have JEPI up on the screen, or JEPQ, excuse me. And we have 25 shares. So our current position is worth about $1,124 and some change. You can see that we are down in this position on the day. So $2.50, but we're up overall, right? Our unrealized profit means if we were to sell this position right now, we will walk away up $13.75. But my husband and I are buy and hold investors unless we change our mind with a specific company, but we don't like day trade or anything like that. So, we're really happy so far. We're up, a little bit. We'll take a gain as a gain. Green is green in my book. But I think our short-term goal, right? Our short-term goal is 50 shares. And then once we get to 50, you guys know how I do. I bump it up to 100 and then, so on and so forth. But having these smaller share size goals keeps me motivated, right? Because when you say, oh, I want 25 shares, that's a lot when, this stock is $96 a share. So that's a lot. So I try to keep our goals short, and then I can adjust them. And that's one great thing about not just personal finance, but your journey is that you can adjust along the way. So every time you meet a goal, guess what? You can set a higher goal. And that's what I do. So we did achieve 25 shares. So woohoo for us. And our next goal is 50 shares. So that is the video for today, guys. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Let me know down below. Do you own either JEPI or JEPQ? Do you own both of them? And let me know what you love about it. Again, don't forget to check out Josh over at The Market Hustle, again, on Instagram. I'll have his information down below and the link to that article so that you can see and read it, for yourself as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, before I go, Our investing study groups is this Sunday. Okay. So thank you to all of you who signed up. I look forward to chatting with you guys. If you do want to sign up, we're going to talk about how to withdraw our dividends, best accounts for dividends, taxes and dividends, and all of that good stuff. Good strategy on actually living on it, right? We build up these dividends. Now, how are we going to take it out? So that's going to be the topic for this Sunday. So sign up information is always down below, but on my website, mt1finance.com. So again, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.